All right, guys. We are here on another podcast, Monday 17th, and it is, Chris, what is today?
Good
Come
Lord,
on,
today's
Chris. You're the Irish.
141.
Let me help you. Yeah.
Oh, it's the St. Patrick's Day.
141. Yep, St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody, and thank you for joining us.
I got to go get drunk.
What episode? 141, he said, right?
Yeah, getting up there.
Whew, it's a lot of episodes.
For sure.
So, guys, tonight we have special guest Hunter Rogers with Northern Mountain Game Calls. One thing I love is when someone contacts Chris or I and says, hey, I'd love to be part of your show. That is a big part for us. I love when we don't have to reach out. Hunter and his dad both reached out, and we appreciate that very much. So we're going to turn the show over a little bit here to Hunter and let him tell you about himself.
All right. So, hey, guys, how you doing? I'm Hunter. I started Northern Mountain Game Calls here a little over a year and a half ago. I was kind of sitting around one day getting into waterfowl hunting, and calls were just outrageously priced. And it's something that I knew I could do myself at a better price. And, you know, for the guys who are into it but don't want to go and blow $250 on some type of call. So I'm 17. I'm still in high school here at North Schuylkill, and it's my passion. Hunting, fishing, anything outdoors. It's just everything I do. I love to do it. So the calls were the big part of me because I love calling animals as well. Anything that you can get a head turn on, bring something in, it's right up my alley.
So I have to ask, what's your favorite animal to call in?
I like geese a lot because of how vocal they are.
So you like hearing them coming from that mile away and setting that opportunity. Okay. I think Chris has a picture really of you with a goose here. I think Chris has a picture of you with a goose. We'll pull that up quick. So that was a great answer because it matches your photo. So there's your logo.
Sure.
There's a couple of your products. Let's jump out. There we go. There you look at that.
Yeah, there's one there. That was a fun day. Me and my buddy Cody, he's one of my best hunting buddies. We took him down to Reading, and that was his first ever goose hunt. And we hooked him up with a call and a lanyard that I made as well. We got him on his first limited geese that day.
So now you also make lanyards and calls.
Yes. So I started making call lanyards as well. Here's my personal one here. It's a camo and white. I got bored one day, honestly, didn't have any more calls to make. So I started tying paracord. And it's something pretty cool how you can customize everything and make them whatever colors you want. I just started doing 2 colors. So we have a red, white, and blue here, as well as a black and white double color.
Oh, nice. I like that red, white, and blue.
Yeah, it's a cool colorway for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely neat.
Yeah.
So what makes your calls different than the other calls? I mean, I know you said their price is a lot different. Tell us a little bit about where that means.
So that's kind of our big thing here, is the price point. So I'm trying to produce the highest quality call that I can at a good price. You'll see a lot of guys that go out. I was just at Bass Pro actually today, and they had some pot calls there that were over $100, which I just think is outrageous when I can get it done at this price with the same quality, I believe. We have a couple different cool colorways as well that you wouldn't see in store all the time. such as like our pot call here is an American flag. So,
Dude, that's
it's not
nice.
something you see every day. That's one of the big things. We try to do some cool colors on my duck call. I did a blue and gold for myself, which I really thought was a neat little color.
That's neat looking. Absolutely
Yeah.
neat looking.
Yeah, so our biggest priority and push is to make it affordable for anybody that wants to get into it or is just looking for another option, a backup.
Okay, fair enough. So what's your price difference? Like you're saying you can go spend $250 for call. Let's talk about pot calls. What was the
Yeah.
price when you just went down to?
So I was looking, not to name drop some brands, but Woodhaven specifically, I was looking. They were, I think, $95 for a pot call, which ours here, $25, slate over glass. You can't beat it. This is in our bottomlands, so you can get some cool colors and a great sounding call at a very more cost effective and low price.
So I think that's an incredible price. I'm going to shoot you that straight right now. I think that price is incredible.
Yeah.
For the viewers watching that don't understand what a pot call is, explain to them what a pot call is, will you please?
So a pot call is just a turkey call. It is a plastic pot that we have dipped. Then inside of here, there's a little soundboard, which is just a piece of glass that's a little smaller than the slate that we glue into the bottom. And then we have a slate on top, which that's just your playing surface. And we also have strikers, is how you play on them. So the big thing is you want to play against the grain. So you just kind of put your striker on it and you can just play on that. It's an easy alternative because some people struggle on mouth calls. So a slate call is a very easy way to start calling turkeys.
Sounded good. I'm not going to lie. I like the sound.
Thank you, sir.
Sound good. Raspy old hen.
Yeah, that's my
That's
favorite.
what I was hearing. Yep. That definitely sounded to me. So do you make? I know you make duck calls, and what all calls do you make in this? I mean, I know turkey. Do you make a turkey mouth call? Do you make?
So I have a lot. So actually, here we have a little call wallet that my one buddy from Michigan sent me. That we have a couple different mouth calls in here that we made. We have a split V, a bat wing, a call that I'm still coming up with the name for the cut. I don't really know yet. But yeah, so we have turkey calls. We have just mostly pot calls as well as our mouth calls. If you're into locating, we have a crow call that we offer as well. I'm getting into the owl hooters right now. That one's a work in progress for sure. And we also offer duck calls, goose calls, as you said. We have some predator calls. Here we have some rabbit. And then we also offer our grunt tubes, which are one of my favorite for sure.
So I don't know if you can see this, but Slab 'em Outdoors says best calls on the market.
Yeah, that's my buddy there. So he is from Tennessee, and we just opened our pro staff for our turkey hunting guys about a month ago. He runs a YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. He runs all of it. So he's a great guy that runs a couple different things and does our pro staff for us out there.
Oh, awesome. So how many pro staff you have going right now?
Right now, I think we have close to 10. I just pulled the list up. We're in 7 different states for just pro staff alone.
Oh, that's awesome. So BSO member Mike Nye jumped on. Chris, what did Mike say? I didn't catch his comment. Let's get that up. Hey, guys, that's an insane price and an awesome looking.
Yeah,
so one thing I like is I like your colors. I really like the colors. Your colors are really cool. And your colors are really cool with the lanyards. Right.
Yeah.
So do you make a lot of custom? You know, I know a lot of guys out there. So I'm talking bows now, but calls are the same. So a lot of them guys out there are like, oh, well, I need to match my orange, limb or bow holder to my orange limb savers, right? Like,
yeah.
Are you custom coloring things? And
yeah, for sure. So if anybody wants a custom color call with a custom lanyard, we'll definitely put them together. Because like you said, there is a lot of people who are like that. It's just like with camo. A lot of guys like to match all their camo together. A lot of guys like to match their colors. But yeah, that's definitely something that we like doing.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm ecstatic that what I learn on here in the hunting industry and the outdoor industry, what makes me ecstatic is I don't realize all the local people that are to me
Yeah.
until I get on and start talking to people. And I think that's more and more incredible to me that, here's a guy who doesn't live super far from me,
Yeah.
And is doing something so unique.
Yeah.
You know,
So that there,
what got you into this besides price? Like, where did this how to be bigger than price? What?
Okay, so here's how it pretty much started. So, I mean, we talked about my dad. He got me into hunting when I was 3 years old, and that was always a big part of me. I mean, it's in my name. My name's Hunter. So, I shot my first deer when I was 7. And as you said, he ran Schuylkill County Outdoors on Facebook, everything, and he did the wild game dinner that you go to as well. Part of me getting into this. But what really pushed me to get into the company side of it was when I just moved up here to North Schuylkill. I was in 8th grade, and I made myself a grunt tube in the fall the one day. And I posted a picture on my other account, Unleashed Outdoors. And then I get to school the next day, and I had probably 10 kids ask me if they could buy them. So, I made a limited run of them. Anybody who wanted them within the school and some other friends. We made a pile of them. We sold them out, and those did really well. So then it got into last year where, I was ready to take it into a full-time thing. I went down, picked up some stuff, and started playing on the lathe, started tuning some stuff, and kind of got to where I liked it and where I thought that they were the most realistic sounding that we could do at, like you said, the right price.
Well, and again, price and quality in a combination in the hunting industry or any industry is a huge deal.
Yeah.
That's the backbone of what a working man looks for.
Yeah.
If you're a hunter, I love saying hunter because it's your name, so you don't know if I'm talking to you or what's going on. But if you're a hunter and you're a working man, which most of us blue collar guys are, you're looking. You don't want to waste your money on a call that isn't worth the dollar. I mean, I can buy a great call at $100, but do I need $100 call? Because I mean, in most cases, the $25 duck call is going to work as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're offering both.
Yeah, that's one thing that I gotta always overlook is that goose call is $150. Oh, it's got to be perfect. Now, where they might be, that perfect sounding call, we offer them at $60, which is half the price. And in my opinion, they sound just as well as any other call in the market.
So do you have a call there? Do you have a couple calls you can show us and make some sounds with them?
Yeah, so I have my lanyard here. The picture that you guys have pulled up right now was a set that I did for my best friend Cody. It's a full pink set, and that was one that we took out on his first ever hunt. So I have my lanyard here, and this is my personal duck call that I use. That one's duck calls. They're only $45, which is definitely on the lower end for price, but I think they're just as there with the quality.
That sounds good. I have a couple expensive ones here. That sounds really good.
Yeah. And then our goose call here, this one, it's just a short reed goose call that I tune them all here in shop and everything to try to make them as best as I can. That's kind of just a little clip there of our goose call. We have longer clips everywhere else posted up, but yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that lanyard around your neck. So, you don't only make these calls, you make these lanyards. Let's talk about what is there a name for what you're wearing there? Because that looks like a pretty intense setup.
I don't have a name for them yet. They're just kind of our call lanyards. They're just, a regular old knot here. And this is my favorite one, camo on the white here. It gives a little bit of pop while also hiding. So I need to come up with a name now that you said that. But I mean, you had Colby on here.
Looks like
and
the
he
big
got-
sexy.
We could definitely throw that on there. I like that one. Sure.
Sorry.
So, I mean, you guys had Colby on here with Orange Creek, and he really inspired me to start with the lanyards and all the paracord stuff. I like doing the knots and everything. So we offer these at not a bad price. A lot of people charge a lot for these as well. I just charge $30 for them, which I think I have them on sale right now on the website as well for our end of the season sale. We have a pile of them in stock here, but they're just some regular old knots here with drops. You can either get them with 3 2-loop drops, or I'll do two loops and one loop. I think no, we have all 2 loops on here, but we do them in every other color that you can think of. I know we have some green ones, some red ones. There's a pile of them put up on our website right now.
And those are custom order as well.
Yeah, I'll do any color you guys can think of. I have some crazy ones sitting in my bag at the house.
So Chris, for you is, and I told you Chris is our tech genius.
Yeah.
Chris has all your stuff pulled up already. He has looks like he's on your website showing off your calls and prices. So kudos to Chris for always being on top of the game.
Yeah, for sure. So our calls or lanyards are up there in the top left, and they're on sale right now. But we also do a couple other things in the paracord stuff. So one thing that a lot of our guys have been liking are turkey totes. I don't know if you guys ever turkey hunt or anything, but
oh yeah, I love turkey hunt.
Yeah, I know that when I go in there, I'm taking in a pile of stuff. We take in camera gear, we have decoys, we have a lot of stuff. So it's always one of those things that's sound of mind and nice to have a little bit of an extra set of hands along with you. So I run this tan one with these are just regular loops over a camo little strap there. They're on sale as well today.
Dude, yeah, those are sweet. So when I meet up with you, I'll definitely take one of those.
Yeah, and then the last thing that we talked about a little bit for paracord are our new game totes. We use them for sheds at the moment, but I've also used them for squirrels, rabbits. I've used them for ducks and geese in the past too. We had like a prototype kind of thing that I made for fun for 2 years. And now we added carabiner clips on them, putting on more drops and some nicer tying knots.
Well, let me tell you that you have just made my day.
Yeah, you'll definitely.
You know, I lost this hunting season. And I'm not proud to say this live. I lost 3 rabbits that I shot and killed because they fell out of my bag I was carrying them in. So this is definitely going to be a game changer for me. I couldn't find them, went back looking for them. Predators probably ate them that night. That's definitely a game changer. That's something I was after Orange Creek to do, and it looks like you already accomplished it.
Yeah, we did just run them with just regular loops, but instead of having to take off your belt now, I like these clips a lot more. I throw them on the back of my backpack and just simple stuff like that, you know?
You have me. I mean, that to me, that's a big deal. I am a huge small game hunter. Now I do all late season hunting, but I love that. That is a great idea. I think we lost Hunter a minute. Everybody bear with him. He might have lost service.
I was going to say, yeah.
There's been a storm rolling through.
But so
it's either that or.
Oh my God, yeah. I like this one, but if this was black, it would be the big sexy one. Black and orange, that's our thing.
Dude, I'm dig. Oh, black and orange. Black and orange.
Yeah. I would probably
black and orange would be the big sexies. Yeah.
Well, you'd have to only
black
get 2
because
you only got a limit of 8.
That's neat.
Sorry.
I mean, I really like.
Sorry, Mike, I missed that, Mike. Forgive me, Mike, I missed it.
So Mike Nye says there are some products we will need to have for the big C or the BSO crew. Yeah, we'll definitely get with them more on these products, and I'm stoked to just put them in my hands. I know Hunter's having some issues getting on. I'm not sure what happened. So again, he must.
We'll bring him back.
We've had it happen before when a storm rolls in. The moment he comes, we'll get him back on. But one thing we're going to let him talk about when he gets on is for 1 week, might be 2 weeks. I'm going to have to let him make this decision, but I thought he minus the 2. He's actually going to throw a code out to you guys. So anything that's not already discounted, he's going to throw a code out. There he is. He's back. Are you all right?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I got a phone call there, and I don't know what all happened. I had to figure out how to get my camera back on.
I knew something happened because you just disappeared from the screen.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
You're gonna have to get a. So you dip all of these, correct? The calls.
The pot calls we do, we dip these in hydro film. Everything else is a laminate wood, or as I wear, my blue one is a burl that was dyed and stabilized with resin and epoxy.
Got it. Okay. Because I like the crow call.
Yeah, that's actually one that I have.
I'll tell you that
I burnt up and kind of put my logo on too.
Nice.
Dude, that looks neat.
Dumbass off of there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Show that again. Way 100. Sorry.
Yeah. So this one's burnt and
like
has
that.
our logo that I have a little hand engraver that I did into.
I like that. That's neat.
Cool. Sorry.
Yeah,
I always like the burnt wood look.
Yeah.
You can't ever go away from the burnt wood look. I think it just looks awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So you and I talk a little bit about a code. You want to tell these guys while we have viewers on? About the code you're going to throw out and for how long?
Yeah, so I have a custom code just for this. It is going to be BSO20 for Big Sexy Outdoors. It'll be good for the next 2 weeks. You guys just use that at checkout. It'll give you 20% off your whole cart.
Whew, dude, that's incredible. Some of them calls are already on discount. You guys, anybody listening right now, we are blessed to always have guys that want to participate in helping our viewers. So make sure if you're interested in any of these products, now would be your time. You have 2 weeks to use code BSO20.
Sure. Yeah.
So
and
make sure you take advantage of Hunter's kindness. Sorry.
We also still have our Turkey Pro Staff open. So if you guys go on my Facebook, I have a Google form there, or if anybody wants to send me just a message on Facebook or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to get with you guys for Pro Staff.
I will definitely send you a message. I absolutely love the turkey hunt. I love that's one of my favorite times of year to roll in.
For sure.
We were with Early Bird Game Calls, and I don't know, he got married and kind of disappeared, and I it's okay. You know, I got nothing bad to say. He's a great dude. He just kind of, I guess, lost ties with it. So I'm going to leave it at that. You know?
Let me know. I'm happy to help you guys.
I appreciate that. We'll definitely get a hold of you. I think that's incredible. So what do I see here? What's this product here, Hunter?
So that's something a little new that I just came out with. We were over at Walmart the one day, and I saw a post on Facebook. All these guys hunt in the Arkansas timber. And when they're down in the timber, they need, a better way, and it's not going to get caught up as much to hang their gun within the flooded woods. So that there, you just put it on instead of your sling. You just put it on a little tree branch, or a lot of guys will take hooks with them. And instead of their slings slinging around and banging off all the trees and getting caught up, it's just that little piece there, and it's a lot harder to get stuck up in anything.
That is a genius idea. That is absolutely genius. You know how many times I hung my gun by the sling?
Yeah.
That is genius.
Yeah, for carrying.
That tail hits off the tree stand or hits off something. That is genius.
Yeah. I have some slings in the making right now. I just need to get the rest of the adjustable pieces in, and they'll be coming out shortly. But those are just something simple for, you don't have to use them for in the timber, but that's what they're specifically designed for.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So Slab 'em Outdoors says burnt wood box call is in the making.
Yeah, so you said you like the burnt look. Me and him are kind of teaming up on a little box calls that we're making together. We're definitely gonna have a burnt one coming out too.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
So that's gonna have its own awesome sound too. This is cool. I love calls and I love playing with new calls and going through new calls. So let me stick up for you here and say that I've gone through Walmart section.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that a $10 mouth call is a standard price.
Yes.
And just looking through Chris's catalog, it looks like your mouth calls are $5.
Yeah, that's all they are. We just
Did
had
I read that correctly?
Yeah, yeah. We had a guy come and ask about some mouth calls, and he's asking me to play on them so he can see which ones he likes the sound of. And he's like, I don't want to put them in my mouth because then I have to buy them. And I was like, they're only $5. He's like, oh, awesome. Give me 5 of them right there. So that's one big thing with the price again.
And I think that's important.
Yeah.
I mean, not only did you sell 5 calls, so you still made some money, but
yeah,
now you got 5 of your product out there for 5 other people to hear and listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your. So I know we have our decals made and what we do. Tell me a little about your decal. I really like that. Tell me.
So that decal there, we made in my house. My dad was big into making T-shirts and signs and everything. So we have a vinyl cutter and a heat press and everything. So when I first started this, we'll throw it back all the way to the beginning of starting it. I'm sure the debate between north of the mountain and south of the mountain. It's a big Schuylkill County thing. Yeah. So we're kind of coming up with it, and I was like, coming up with names, playing through names. We started with Unleashed Outdoors a couple years ago, which I made these hats for them as well. Leather patches
nice
pressed on. Yeah, these are my favorite. So we came up with Unleashed Outdoors in the beginning, and then I was sitting there brainstorming, and I was like, north of the mountain, because the mountain's not very far from my house, and I'm just north of it. So I figured that was a pretty cool name there. We started that. I put out a AI generated picture and logo for myself, which is still on all of our business cards. If you guys order anything, you'll get that one. But then, as you guys know, Colby was on here. He did a little bit of graphic designing for me, and he came up with that. He drew an awesome picture trying to incorporate everything that we sell.
I think it fits well.
Yeah.
That's why I asked about it. I just think it fits well.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the big goose overrides everything. I'm not going to lie. I really like that because you saying you're a goose hunter. I like that the waterfowl overrides the buck and the turkey.
Yeah, I'm in a mix though. Everything I like every part of that. I like hunting every part of every animal. So they all have their positions.
Yeah, of course. And I get that. I just think it just so fits what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah. And I will say our goose calls are probably our best selling call. So that fits for sure.
Oh, so it is your best selling call as well.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, where can these guys find your products? Anyone looking for your product, where can this be found?
So we have everything on Facebook and Instagram, but we also just started a TikTok account, and I've been posted on there. I've been posting sound clips and different videos of stuff that we do on there. If you go onto there, then we have our website linked to it, which you can order everything right through there. It's Northern Mountain Game Calls at Shopify. My store, I think it's something longer, but everything's linked within our social medias, and that's everything that you guys see. That's where it all is.
So someone's saying check your messages, Big Sexy. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Chris, I'm going to ask you to jump on a minute. It's probably for Hunter, so I got to jump on my other computer here.
Yeah, well, y'all do that.
So I'll let you talk to Hunter a minute.
A little sound file on my favorite mouth call. It's our Batwing Cut triple read. Hang on, my reeds got a little stuck together. I was just playing with it. There we go. A little bit of an extra rasp compared to all of ours and a louder volume, which makes that one my favorite over the top.
Now, which one is that? Is that the split?
No, that is our Batwing triple read.
That's the Batwing. Right.
Yeah.
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 It says unavailable on here, but what's the difference between that and the Ghost?
The Ghost is just it's kind of just the way that they sound. I think
Higher.
just a little bit of a higher pitch and
Nice.
doesn't have as much rasp. And the
Yeah.
split V, that one has just
Yep.
as much rasp, but is a lot quieter on the volume. Once you try to get too loud, then it'll turn a little squeaky and more squealing. But that one is a much better for closer distance, trying to just draw that bird the last couple little distance.
I was going to ask you about that. When would you use each one?
Yeah, the bat wings, that little longer range, just trying to get to them early in the morning, and then the split V is my favorite for cutting it down.
Because you make, dear God, you make the slate calls as we showed.
Yep.
You make the wood duck call, the goose call. You
Yep.
make a grunt call.
Yes,
Now-
that's what I all started on. We can throw it back to that. We started on our grunt calls, which that was a very long time ago. My dad made calls and shipped them all over when I was a super young age, and I had my own mini lathe, and all I hunted was deer back then. So that was what I started making. I was probably only 10 or 11 years old. And what I really like about ours is that is on a 5-tone system. So we have that mixed with an extra long tube that gets you. So this is our deepest setting on it.
Let me make you big.
Or if you extend this tube all the way, you'll get more of a buck roar out of it. And then if you take this little O-ring, there's notches going all up it, and you slide this O-ring all the way up to the top, it'll give you more of a fawn bleat. Each slide going down the soundboard is an extra deeper tone. You can go all the way from a fawn bleat to a doe grunt to an immature to a very mature buck.
Nice.
Now, what did something like that cost on your page?
I think I have them at $20 or $25.
Yeah, that's a good price. And I'll tell you what, that's an extra long tube.
Yeah.
That tube is longer than any one I've ever
Yeah,
bought.
these ones are super long to give you that super deep buck grunt and roar. I
like that.
I think I've shot 5 or 6 buck to this point, and I think at least 3 of them were grunted in using these.
There's nothing like your own product
Yeah.
harvesting your animal. I mean, there's no feeling like that.
Yeah, funny story about it. I was down in South Carolina when I was younger. We went down on a trip, and they put me in this kind of tower blind kind of thing, the tripod stand, and I'm sitting over this cornfield, and out in front of me I can see this buck walking through the field at about 250 yards. So I extend the tube, I start ripping on it, getting that grunt out there. I'm looking at my binoculars, and all of a sudden this deer just disappears out of nowhere. So I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. So I keep grunting on it, and all of a sudden I hear a stick snap behind me in this swamp. So I just kind of turned my head around, and there is a 7-pointer in, I think it was December, with velvet still left on his antlers.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, so I turned around with my 30-06 and put one right through his chest, and he did a little backflip. And he came out of nowhere just to the sound of the grunt.
I'm telling you, there's no feeling like that.
Yeah.
So, Hunter, you were showing off your turkey calls, and I got off. I know if somebody messages me, check your messages during this. Someone wants to share something. So there's a little girl who would like to show you something she just got back. Okay. So I'm not going to put her on, but I'm going to share her picture.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So, Chris, I sent you a photo. If you could pop that up. Chris will need a second to pop it up. But
yeah.
Last year, she shot her first turkey with a 410.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she was, I think she was 7, same as you when
Yeah.
she started. So I sent a picture. Dad sent a picture and said she'd like you to see it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show that here as soon as Chris gets that up. Hunter, I
Yeah.
must say, man, you have some very awesome products, brother. Says Mike Nye.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mike. And going on to the youth, that's my biggest thing. I know I'm a little young. I'm only 17 yet, but that's one of my favorite things is getting people into the outdoors and taking them out hunting. So I try my best to have a lot of people getting into it, and every youth that I can, I love getting them out into the woods.
So now it's hard to see because we can't blow it up, and I know you're on a phone, but you'll be able to look at it on your
Yeah,
laptop later. Here's the
yeah,
little girl, and straight above her is her first turkey. So she wanted to share that with
that's
you while we're
awesome.
on.
I'll tell you, she did better than me last year. Before school the one morning, me and my good buddy Peyton went out, and we're sitting in this field. We have a hen walk out. He's sitting above me, kind of looking down at this field corner. So I'm not moving. I'm sitting there. I'm left-handed, and it was down to my left. So I set up to shoot right-handed. I was like, I'll be all right. They're going to come out right in front of me, and I'm going to be able to drop this bird at 15 yards left-handed. Well, this gobbler walks out into the field, looks around, scurry. I take 3 shots at him, completely missed him. So she's doing a lot better than I am, and that's awesome. That is just sweet.
We've had her on the podcast. She's a bag full of fun. Loves to hunt. So I thought it was really cool. She wanted to share that with you.
For sure. I love seeing kids getting into it. That's my biggest thing. It's kind of turning into a dying game. So I love to get everybody out that I can.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what we're about. Our goal at the end of this is that we can buy a piece of land and basically make it just for kids or vets or a handicap. It's my goal. I want a piece of land I can do all that with. I've killed enough, man. I ain't worried. I want to share it.
Yeah. That's why I like the wild game dinner that you guys go to and Larry runs so much, because they donate everything back into it. I remember the last time we were a part of it, we gave it all back to the the youth YHEC, which that was a really awesome thing.
Yeah, and you can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with any time someone supports the youth.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can't beat it. And I'm glad. It really makes me heartfelt that little girl wanted to share that with you, seeing you on here with your calls. So
yeah,
I know she watches the show, and I thought it was really cool. I knew you talked about youth before we got on, so I wanted to make sure I shared that.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget what his name was, but have him message me on Facebook or something, and I'd love to get her hooked up with something.
Justin Wirtz, did you hear that? So, Justin, I know you just messaged out. You messaged us at Big Sexy Outdoors. Send him a message.
Yeah.
So I think that's really nice of you, Hunter. That's really cool, man.
I'll show you. We have pink mouth calls that when she can start, we can even customize them to her now, or we'll get her hooked up with a pot call, and we'll get her a really cool turkey tote, a pink and purple turkey tote.
Dude, that's awesome. You guys are awesome, dude. I'll tell you what, that's a great thing, man. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. So you mentioned a turkey tote. Next, I guess it would be this Thursday. God, my days fly. This Thursday, I am going to meet up with Hunter. I'm going to meet up with Hunter before Thursday, and we are going to give one away, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Any color you guys want, I will have one made up. We can do that for sure. That'll be awesome.
So it's something that won't kill your pocket. You're doing something really nice here. I think it won't kill your pocket. And I think it'll be really cool to get your product out there. That's why we do it. We want to get your product out. So we'll just have to get something in our hands here that we can show them.
Yeah.
And we'll get it out there, and I'll have the guys live, man. We'll do something with it. I don't care. I'll get 2 turkey decoys. We'll stick them in that if we have to. We'll figure it out. We'll have a lot of fun. I know that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I sent in a picture. I know we were at a show me and my dad did in the beginning of March, and that's what I did. I made myself a little tree and threw the tote onto a turkey decoy and hung it up.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, how could we show off this product while we're giving it away? I'm thinking, I have a bunch of hen decoys. We can make that happen. Even a gobbler, we could, ring around its neck a little bit and make it happen.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be cool.
Yeah, staying on the turkey topic a little bit. we just dropped a video on Unleashed Outdoors yesterday going over what we'll be using for this coming season.
Oh, nice. So I didn't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I refuse to be a liar. I didn't know you ran Unleashed Outdoors.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not, So that's a new one for me, and we will definitely check that out.
Yeah, I've been running that
I
for a couple of
apologize
years.
that we didn't. Yep, I apologize completely. We didn't know that. I would,
Yeah, no
however,
problem.
I offer everybody when we get on. I'd love to hook up and hunt with you sometime. I always love to get on, and I'd love to shoot a video with some of our guests.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool if we could shoot something together and do some hunting, whether it be ducks or geese or whatever you want to do. Heck,
for sure.
late season rabbits, you can welcome to my home there. Some late
I'm
season
into
rabbit
anything.
hunting. I don't know, man. I just love being outside. At the end of the day, if I don't even shoot, I don't
That's
care.
how I feel. Even these past couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of shed hunting. I found one shed in the matter of probably 10 miles, but just being outside is just my happy place and being able to walk around.
It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat. It really is.
For sure.
There's a peace that comes over you. There's a peace that you don't get in society. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
The woods are different.
Yeah. Big time.
So I'd love to get together and do that. I also want to say BSO 20 for 2 weeks will get you a discount off at Eastern Mountain Game Calls. So anybody that, hold on, laughing my ass, he loves to hunt, watch people fall, and then make a bunch of noise when a fox walks in the field. So I went hunting with Justin one time. Justin had it. Oh my God, Justin, forgive me if I'm wrong, but he has a $10,000 gun. And we got out the truck 5 minutes and he fell with it. And then we walked up on a baby fawn. We walked up on a fawn laying in the grass. And I tried to get a good film of it, spooked it out. And then till the time we got up there, we were up there laughing that hard, him and I, about everything that happened on the way up. Here comes a coyote in at 20 yards and we never even got a freaking beat on it. We laughed, huh?
Yeah, I can feel that one.
That's the one thing, dude. We have a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. That's all it is. Having fun, being out there. I don't even see it as much of just killing anymore. It's just about making the memories, honestly.
Do you know how many people don't agree with that or have lost that?
Yeah, I don't understand it. The most fun I had, we'd be waking up at 2:30 in the morning, taking my Jeep Patriot with a trailer full of goose decoys, an hour and a half from my house, and just hanging out all day in a field. That's what it's all about, in my opinion.
Yeah, the stuff you can say and do, and I don't know. And then when you teach somebody in it, and you take somebody new, and they see the amount of fun you have, and when the moments come, you get to do it. It's just incredible. It's a moment I can't explain.
Yeah,
I think
definitely
more people need to get involved.
Yeah, for sure, and that's why I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of heated hunts.
I'm sorry, you cut out a second. What was that?
Have you ever heard of heated hunts?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was working with them, and I'm good friends with the guy who runs all that. His name's Ed. I was going to a bunch of outdoor shows with him. Like, I was in Harrisburg with him for a couple of days, and our favorite thing was giving out stuff to kids. And I can just see that little fire in their eyes and a little sparkle, when you give something away, and just, them talking about their hunts and everything.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think there's nothing better than that. So shout out to Heated Hunts. If you guys are doing cool stuff for kids, man, I throw a big shout out to you for myself. Anybody that takes time out of their day to support kids.
As well as Young and Wild Outdoors. There are some local guys that do stuff like that too. They were just at the Central PA Outdoor Show, and they were giving away a bunch of stuff to kids.
So that's one of the reasons Chris and I sat down and designed Gun Hunting board game. Because we thought we want to reach the kids that don't hunt. We still want to give them the opportunity to be able to hunt.
Yeah.
How do we do that? So we thought, well, maybe this will do it.
Yeah. And that's awesome.
Didn't go the way we planned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't. we didn't lose. I mean, at this point, I believe Chris can vouch that for me. I don't want to say we did or didn't, but I don't think there was a loss of profit in it. But there was no profit in it.
Yeah.
But at this point, like we donate a lot to the kids' events and things like that. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah. That's
what it's all about.
Thing. Yeah, and not to just keep giving shout outs here, but another one like that is a company that we just partnered with named New Breed Ammunition. He makes TSS loads for turkeys, local guy here in PA. He just came up with a youth turkey event, and he gives away a bunch of different things to the kids, which is just another case of giving right back to the youth.
Yeah, well, shout out to him because there's not enough of guys who care about that. I will say the true sportsman, in my opinion, the true sportsman, the true outdoor lover does. I think them guys do.
Yeah.
So shout out to anybody, man, that does that. Shout out to anybody that does that. If my dad didn't take me in the woods at Hunter, same as you at 7 years old, I would have never had the opportunity to be where I am today, loving the outdoors and showing it off and being able to get on and talk about it and having guys like you on here,
Yeah, definitely.
JT Brushcraft, what's up, bud?
You've inspired me a little bit to start moving some more videos, and I'm even in the works of a little podcast.
Oh, that's awesome. And I always throw this out there. You can join us at any time. There's something you want to talk about, something you want to throw out. You can always, I tell everybody that's ever been on the show, just contact me. We do set up schedules. That's the only negative part is, we try to keep everything on a schedule. So we throw it out there and we'll get it going. I have guys right now sitting on hold. I told them they had to wait because I said, I got some guests coming on. You got to sit tight. But as soon as I get everything figured out, we'll get it going. So, we're always looking to promote products. So if any of your guys out there, Heated Hunts, any of them guys want to get on and promote their product, dude, we are 100% in. You can just have messages. We will promote any product. And when I say promote, I mean advertise, put them on here. When it comes to actually promoting the product ourselves, we want it in our hands and we want to try it and use it. Because we don't feel like I can promote all day, but if I don't believe in what I'm promoting, it ain't really promoting.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
So you got to believe in what you're doing. But I mean, any of your guys out there that want to come on, dear God, please send them our link, send them our stuff. I would love to have them on. I think we're truly blessed to have you on here. For one, you're local. You have cool stories. I knew your dad from years ago through the internet. Hold on, we got a comment rolling in. Let me take this. Cody Ossenbach.
Yeah.
Hunter got me into waterfowl hunting this year, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had hunting. Can't thank him enough. Cody, that's awesome. The fact that someone took you under their wing, man, and showed you that is awesome.
Yeah, that's my guy. We hunted together a lot. I think I might have sent in a couple pictures of him. I'm not sure if they're on there. He wears those pink calls. But yeah, he's my guy. We started, there's his lanyard and everything there. Maybe I didn't send one of him in, but yeah, that's my guy. We hunted together a lot. It all started back in the fall. We duck hunted together, and then we deer hunted together every chance we got. So then it continued in, and now we're planning on a couple turkey hunts too.
Yeah, dude, and look what you did. You inspired somebody, and now he loves it.
Yeah.
He can't get enough. I mean, that's what it's about.
Yeah, definitely. And there's our little idea with the turkey hanging up off the tote.
I noticed that after you said it. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, I had some fun with that tree.
Yeah, I like that. That definitely is fun looking. Looked like you probably were sitting there messing with that a while until you got it figured out.
Oh yeah, for sure. That show was a blast. That was our first ever one. We went on my dad's birthday, and we had a blast meeting all these different people, and just having a fun time talking.
I'll say it again. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to meet your dad through the internet years ago.
Yeah.
Never really talked to him. A few times we've talked on the internet and had conversations, but and then I ran into him at Walmart a few years ago.
Yeah.
I actually walked up to him and said, "Do you know who I am?" and he had no clue. You know, we
Really?
talked on the internet, but he had no clue in person.
Really?
Yep. And that was funny because I was like, oh, big sexy. And then, then we laughed. I think your grandparents were with, to be honest. I think your grandparents were with.
Yeah.
And we laughed, and
my grandfather's another huge part of everything and why I do this stuff.
no, I think what you're doing is awesome. And I think just keep it up, man. Keep up the hard work. I think God blesses everyone who does something fantastic.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the gospel. You just have to have a great heart. And God sees that. And I think that a lot of our guests and a lot of the people we have on, they are those people. They are the people who, whenever I pray, God, man, we're struggling to get a guest today. What do I do, God? Who is it? Help me out here. Usually within a week, I have an answer. And it's cool because it just happens. And we run with the flow. And I think you have a great product. I mean, I've heard the sounds over here. I think most people have heard the sounds now on here.
Yeah.
I think at your price, how do you beat the price? I mean, especially right now, if you said, well, they're bad prices, I mean, how do you go with their bad prices and then still look at you have them discounted now? Plus, you're throwing code BSO20 out there on top of it. So, I mean, dear God, these people have an opportunity. Yeah,
that's our biggest strive.
Yeah, if you're a viewer watching this, and again, this uploads and this stays going, this will stay uploaded on our page and you can be shared at any time. But if you're one of those people that are interested in this product, you need to get on and order this product. If you use code BSO20, not only do you already get a discounted price he already has up there on a bunch of products, but you're also getting 20% off your order.
Yeah, I like pushing for the lowest price of anybody around, and we offer free shipping on orders over $99 too, to anywhere in the lower 48. Just growing up, looking at stuff and just being, wow, how can it be that expensive when I can make it for this price is our biggest goal.
I think it's a great goal. Again, I think the blue collar working man that hunts he's loving that. That's what he wants. He wants the best quality at the best buck. And I think you have the right mindset to do it. And I think your dad raised a good kid. And I think you just need to keep following your dream, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's my passion. So it doesn't feel like work. I don't mind doing any of this. I love being able to do this.
That's incredible. I love it, man. Listen, we reach our time mark. And I want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to come join us. Thank you for putting a code up to our viewers. I want to say one more time, BSO20 gets you 20% off the already low prices Hunter has on his page and discounts he has offered. And I also want to say on Thursday, BSO will be live. Again, it all depends who shows up, but there's always at least me and Skip and Mike usually. BSO will be live, and we will give away a turkey tote.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, for sure. I might even throw a lanyard in there too. We'll have to see what I can come up with.
You throw it in, man. We'll give it away. We'll just do 2 in one day. We'll just give them both away. We'll make it your day. So normally what I do is we have it set up that we give. So we'll make them say Northern Mountain game call. Where the hell Eastern come from? Northern Mountain game calls. And then we'll make them abbreviate that. In the comments, and then in the order they abbreviate, that's the number they get, and then we just spin a wheel. We give it away that way, and I think that's the most fair way. Nobody can say anybody cheated or anything happened. If you have another plan or your products, I'm all in to give them away a different way.
That works for me.
I'm all ears, man. So you just have to message me. Let me know what you want to do there, or what products and what it is, and we'll get set up to do it.
Yeah, maybe I'll join in with you guys on Thursday, and we can.
You could come right to my house and join in.
Yeah, that'd be
absolutely. If you want to do that, you come right to the house. You can join us. We shoot them in my garage or in my studio.
Okay.
If you want to do that, you can join us as well.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. That's definitely something that I'll have to see what's going on with school and baseball, and if I can work it out, I'll be there.
Yep, we usually Thursday at 6 we found works really well. 5 o'clock's too early. 6 o'clock seems to be good. We can change the time a little later if you need us to. We can do that as well. So let me know.
We'll for sure be in touch about that.
Like I said, we have fun.
Yeah.
We have fun. That's all I can tell you. You just got to be prepared. We say a lot of dumb stuff and do have a lot of fun.
That's all it's about,
Yeah.
for sure.
If you're prepared for that, you'll have a great time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome.
But thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you want to say? I like asking the viewers, if you left today and you could inspire one youth or one person to become a hunter in any passion, fishing, hunting, outdoors, camping, whatever, what would you say to them?
I don't know. There's a lot of good things. I just like getting kids out there in every way possible.
I always say, I say it all the time. If you take a youth in the woods and teach them how to hunt and fish, and you'll keep them off drugs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a believer in that. I will always be a believer in that. The way drugs are in this world anymore,
yeah,
it's insane. So
yeah,
I've always been a believer in that.
Is it takes up a lot of your money. I know for me, it takes up all my money, so I have nothing left over.
Yeah, well, that is a true statement right there.
Yeah,
yeah, that is definitely a true statement. It takes up all your time and your money.
Yes, I wouldn't rather it any other way.
But the time's okay.
The best.
Time's okay because you love it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah,
Hunter, man, I want to say God bless. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep in touch on how you want to do it, and we'll get together. Yeah. And as for all the viewers, thank you again for taking time out of your day to come talk to Hunter and joining Big Sexy Outdoors. God bless you all. Have a fantastic night.
For sure.